Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Thank you for joining me, guys. Today we're going to take a look at Kael. I have Kael. I've already done a champion guide on Kael, but it was catered more towards kind of new players or just entering the mid game. Today I'm going to do something different. I'm actually going to take Kael and put him in some of my best gear on my entire account and just prove to you guys how he is the type of champion. Sure, you might not have the artifacts that I have, but it's not about that. The point of today's video is to show how capable Kael can be, but not just beginning in the game, starting out, but not just mid-game, but also into the end game, especially if you're not a huge spender in this game. He can completely be viable. I want to prove that in today's video. Also, I want to show you how I switch around gear depending on where I'm going to use this champion. So I'm going to show you him in Dragon's Lair, I'm going to show you him in Clan Boss, and in Arena. Those are three areas where Kael really shines. You can actually use him even though he's a one-hitter on his A1. On Fire Knight 20, on Ice Golem 20, I've used him just kind of testing out for today's video in both of those areas, both of those dungeons, and Spider's Den. The thing is really he's just not, that's not where he shines tremendously as he does, in my opinion, in Dragons, Clan Boss, and Arena. Those are the three areas where he can really be endgame viable. So anyway, without further ado, here is my Kael. I have him set up right now for Dragon's Lair, okay? So the idea on Dragon's Lair is I want 200 plus accuracy. Here are his total stats right now. I have 3386 on the attack, I have 194 on his speed, and I have defense pretty low at 1700. I have his crit damage really high at 261 for that A2 to clear the waves, and then I have almost 100%, 96% crit rate. I have his resist pretty, well, I can't say high, but it's all from the Great Hall. And I have his accuracy at 256. So his accuracy is high enough for Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss and for Dragon's Lair, and kind of on the cusp for Arena. But for Arena on your Kael, it's really about his A2, not the poisons. So we don't care as much about necessarily about the accuracy in Arena. So all I have to do is swap out one piece of gear in order to re-equip my Kael for Clan Boss. I need to sub out attack-based chest plate for a defense-based chest plate. What that's going to do is, on Clan Boss, the opposite of Arena. We don't care about Kael's A2 for Clan Boss. That's not where he's going to be getting the majority of his damage. It's all about those poisons. So it's exactly the inverse of Clan Boss. And also, for right now, for both Dragon's Lair and for Clan Boss, we have him in Speed Boots, okay? So you're going to want to put your Kael in Speed Boots. Let me see if I actually have any. Might as well go ahead and throw on a glyph or two, right? Get that accuracy a little bit higher. Might as well add a little HP while we're at it here, because we will be using him in Clan Boss with these boots on. So there we go, got a 6 roll there, so that's going to take his stats up even a little bit higher here. Also, same thing, I don't have any speed glyphs on me right now, but I could stand to speed him up a little bit here. So we will add a little something in terms of glyphs. Actually, I'll add this nice big defense. Give me a 5. Oh, nice! So we got a 15% decrease, or increased defense on this shield here, guys. That was pretty sweet. That's actually going to bump his overall defense to 1745. We're getting there, but it needs to be 2500 for Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. Anyway, guys, the cool thing about Kael is all of his base stats for a rare are respectable, right? His defense at 914 is definitely solid. Some of the squishier rares, like Cold Heart, for example, is in the 700s. Attack, again, 1200 is nothing to write home about, but it's not bad for his A2, and his HP is still on the low side, but it's not awful. His speed is high for a rare at 103. In his abilities, just in case you're not aware, on the A1, the 100% chance of the weak version of poison. On the A2, it's an AoE attack, has an extra 15% chance of critting, and then fills the turn meter of this champion by 25% for each enemy killed. It's going to help us out in campaign and in arena. On Disintegrate, he has the strong version of poison on a 50% chance on a 4-time hitter. That's great against Clan Boss, great against Dragon. His aura is not bad either at 15% HP. So let's go ahead on the Masteries, guys. I'm using crit damage right now, Flawless Execution on his Masteries. I could actually switch that over to War Master for Clan Boss. I'm also choosing to go down to Master Hexer, and I just love Evil Eye, especially for the arena, but also helps against waves as well. Actually, it helps against everybody, against bosses too. And then I do have Lure of Steel on him. I have 2 basic artifact sets in speed and crit rate, and then I have divine crit rate as well. So there we go, guys. Let's go ahead and show him off in Dragon first, and then we'll kind of make some, some switches. This is my god tier Kael right here, and some of my better gear on the. Actually, I didn't show you all his gear. Let me show you that real quickly here, especially how high I got in the crit damage, right? So again, crit damage, a 3 roll on this chest, 21%. More crit rate. I'm looking for crit rate wherever I can get it because I have the crit damage gauntlets on him with some accuracy, some attack, and some HP for sustainability. 80% crit damage, 40% more crit damage on his amulet here, guys. I also have accuracy on his banner, and I have attack with a maxed out defense glyph on there as well. So 17% extra attack, make it 18% extra attack on his ring. I also have the attack there. I could sub it out for defense for Clan Boss. His boots I already showed you. His chest I already showed you. I already showed you the shield. I have more attack. I have 19% on attack, some crit rate, some more speed on his helmet, and again, more crit rate, 20% with some accuracy, speed, and HP on the weapon. Divine crit rate, and speed are my set bonuses. So here we go, guys. Let's start him out in Dragon's Lair. And the team that I put together is a really solid team. You can get by with this team or a team like it. If you don't have 2 legendaries, I'm going to give you some good substitutions. But really, this is to showcase Kael because he will be the main damage dealer, believe it or not, out of all these champions on this team. He will have the most damage output. And on top of that, every champion in this comp serves a role. So Royal Guard is there to do heavy damage to the dragon and to the waves. Tyrell's there for defense down. You can run a Bellower in the spot of it, really in the spot of a bunch of these champions, in Big In or in Tyrell's spot here. And Bad L is healing and laying poisons. So that's kind of the role that everybody has. Kael is a poison layer and an AoE nuker for the minions as well. So if you don't have the legendaries, of course, you can use a team like this with crowd control in for Big In, a defense down in for Tyrell, and heals in for Bad L, and another damage dealer with a pretty good aura in place of Royal Guard. So let's go ahead and see how it's done here, guys. This will be a pretty fast run. My fastest time with this particular composition, is around a minute and 25 seconds or so. But it's always below 2 minutes. Sometimes it's right there at like a minute 55, depending on RNG. But here we go. First run, first wave actually taking a little bit longer to take down. First Dragon's Wave on a really fast run in the end game, you really want it around 10 seconds, right? So very, very slow comparatively there, but we'll get through this second wave, and we'll get to the dragon probably around 55 seconds in, I think. We'll see. So Kael, like I said, believe it or not, even compared to Big In and Royal Guard, more often than not is going to be doing the most of the damage in this team, and it's pretty crazy. Usually no one dies in this run either, because just we're putting out so much damage and we have good crowd control. So 50 seconds to get to Dragon, that's not a bad time at all. Certainly considering that we have, we have Kael in here and we have some epics as well. It's not like we have a super pay-to-win team, although we do have 2 legendaries. Anyway, what you're going to see here is the dragon's HP. Once these poisons start ticking, laid by Bad L and Kael, you're going to see the takedown ability proc of, or on cooldown of Royal Guard too at the same time. And this dragon's health is going to go, way down to about a quarter HP. And I think it's one turn away here. So Big In, a little bit of a dead weight here. Puts out a decent amount of damage, but it's all about the poisons and the takedown ability. There's the takedown. So now 2 more turns by the dragon, he'll be dead. There's 1 turn right there. All these poisons, again, just stacking up. Even the weak version of poison helps out here against dragon. And here we go, about 49 seconds remaining. As soon as the dragon gets to go, there we go, all that poison damage coming down, and 1 or 2 hits, there we go. So a minute 55, a little bit of a slower run time, but you can see here, just like I told you, I stand corrected, check it out. Kael has 922,000 damage, 958 and 984, but basically his damage, like I told you guys, I've done this run maybe about 10 times with this composition, and Kael most of the time puts up the most damage. He probably just didn't land 1 or 2 extra poisons against the dragon, but that says a lot considering the takedown ability of Royal Guard and Big In doing a ton of damage to all those waves, that Kael still is able to do a lot of damage there in this composition. So Kael, endgame, definitely viable for dragons, right? You can use him in a speed farm comp on Dragons 20, especially if, again, you don't have like every legendary in the game. You're not a huge spender. So now we're going to go ahead and swap him out for Clan Boss here. His speed can remain pretty much the same. What we want to do is take off that chest and put him in a defense chest. Where am I going here? There we go. So this is a nice divine crit rate chest. It's not imperative that we have Kael doing a ton of crit damage and have a super high crit rate against Clan Boss. So let's go ahead and use our new filter and just see what we have for a defense percentage chest, even equipped. And let's just see if we have a divine crit rate, just to see if we can keep it high, if we have one. I don't even know if we do. So divine, we don't even have one. So no divine crit rate. So we're gonna have to break the set, and that's totally fine. So defense base, we have some speed here with some crit rate and defense. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take it, especially in interest of keeping this video somewhat, you know, our crit rate will go down quite a bit, but it's okay. Our accuracy stays high, our defense goes up quite a bit as well. It won't be high enough. Will he be too fast? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and put that on. Now take a look at his, it's over 2,000, 2316 on the defense. That's going to help out a lot here. 212 on speed. I believe that's okay. I'll double check right before we go in. Let's go ahead and give him a try in Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. Guys, I stand corrected. It is 209. I thought it was like 213 for some reason in my head. So 212. We need to actually get that a little bit less speed. So I'm going to swap that out and come back at you in Clan Boss. All right, this one's going to be much better, guys. We're going to put this one from Turvold on him. So he will now have 207 speed, which will be much better, and his crit rate still stays pretty high with accuracy and HP there too. We could actually use the extra HP against Clan Boss, so his total stats will be around 29k, 2293 on defense. Still would like it a little bit higher, but it is what it is. But now he'll be landing a bunch of poisons. His crit damage actually is a bit too high, but you know, I shouldn't say too high, but we don't really need it to be that high for a Clan Boss. Anyway, let's go ahead and add him to the team. We're going to add him in actually for Turvold onto this team and just see how he does. We have 3 poison layers, so it might be a little bit too much, but let's just see how the damage is here. So Kael goes on, Ultra Nightmare. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to cut the majority of this battle. I'm going to keep it on auto. So I have Valkyrie in here, so it is a counterattack team, but I think that, you know, the question is going to be, is it too much poison? Is it going to take up all of the Clan Boss's debuff spots really quickly here, especially having Nethril on the team, as well as Bad L, as well as Tyrell. Now, it's okay if not every single one of our poisons land, but we don't want the weak version of poison to be taking up a spot that could be either a debuff, decrease attack, decrease defense, or a stronger version of poison, either from the A3 of Kael or from the A1 of Nethril. Anyway, guys, you can see that, you know, this is probably going to be a pretty long battle here. Let's see how far we can go into this and how much damage Kael can land and the overall composition with 3 poison layers. Be right back, guys. Alright guys, so there we have it here. Not anything too crazy, just too much poison, too much redundancy. Nethril puts up 7.4 million, Kael puts up 2.3 million, Valkyrie a little bit more than Valkyrie, a little bit more than, or about the same as Tyrell here, and a little bit more than Bad L with his poison. So again, too much redundancy, having 3 poisoners on the same team with the debuffs, but at the end of the day, he still stood his own. He was the first to die, but not until about 9 minutes into an 11-minute battle, so not too bad. Kael definitely can get you through and do much better on, say, Nightmare. Alright, so we have those changes made. We're right back where we started with the crit rate, divine crit rate, and speed. However, we do have, again, the attack boots on him as opposed to the speed boots like we used in Dragon's Lair. So now you can see a nice high 4,000 attack plus, and then we have the 97,261 in the crit rate and the crit damage. Again, relying on him as a nuker now in the arena team. You can also build him this way for a campaign if you're not having a problem with him dying, right? So go with the, we'll go speed on the boots, but you can go attack on the chest if you want to for a campaign, just like we did with Dragon. But if he's dying in campaign in Nightmare, or if he's dying in Dragons, go ahead and just build him with the HP or the defense on the chest. So we're going to sub him in on this team. We're going to sub him in for our I guess we could actually make a couple changes to this team if we wanted to. Let's go ahead and add Kael first and just see how he does. Gonna try to pick pretty challenging teams here in the arena to go up against. Let's see, where is he? Right in front of my face. There we go. So let's try him out with this team. I don't believe I need a Kael in there. Let's just make Kael, or excuse me, a Biggin. Let's make Kael my only real damage dealer here. Instead, we'll have Masteries for the debuffs instead. So, a pretty challenging team. We want to make sure that we get High Katoon down and we prevent her from using her speed first. And then Rashard's going to have to block damage, but we're going to put him to sleep first. So there we go. Saris is going to go ahead and land her debuffs. And now it's going to be Kael's time to shine here. Here we go. And thank you very much. So that was a lot of damage there by Kael. Let's go to the next team here. Let's see. I would face this team, but a negative affinity here with 3 force affinities. It's going to be rather pointless. Let's face this team instead here, the next one down. They do have Zargala, who is a force affinity as well. She hits 3 times on her A3. We've got to be careful of that. And then they have Sir Nicholas with the shield, and they have a lot of turn meter manipulation, or excuse me, a provoke rather, with Molly Tankard on her A2, and she has the revive on the A3. So Skullcrown, we already know about Skullcrown. So let's go ahead and see how we do. I'm going to keep the same team here. Having Saris in the team will be great to remove shields and remove the Skullcrown's unkillable buff. So let's go ahead and get this on, I guess on Sir Nicholas. I think we'll be able to put, because of the affinity matchup here, we'll be able to put Molly to sleep. And there she goes. Now, again, we're going to debuff and set Kael up again for success here to kill everybody. And here we go. This is going to be perfect. Boom! And look at 70, 80k crits. Just what we were looking for here. Able to withstand Skull Crown with no real issues there. And make quick work of the team. This is a team that you guys can assemble yourselves too. All you need is a speed lead, right? You know what? What the hell? Let's try this team out anyway, right? They have Mountain King. They're relatively low in team power compared to ours. So I'm confident we'll go first, even though they have a speed aura. But the main components of my team are really, really simple. I have a defense down in Cerise. She also removes buffs from my opponents, so a debuffer. I have Kael for a speed lead on my team. That's really the big in crowd control with his sleep ability. And then I have Seeker with the turn meter manipulation, right? Seeker on his A2 has increased the turn meter of all allies by 30%, and I have him built in just 100% speed gear, 309 on the speed on my Seeker, okay? And then Kael is just nuker. That's his only job, is to do that A2 one time and kill the entire enemy team, as you guys saw there. Let's go ahead and do it again. Again, starting out with the increased turn meter, we'll put it on Lysandra here. Now we can put everybody to sleep again. And we miss on Bad L, but that's totally fine. Not too worried about a Bad L. And here we go. Let's nuke them all. So 2 die, even despite the affinity matchup there. Mountain King we got to be very careful of. Unlike Bad L, we are scared of Mountain King. Luckily, we landed that provoke, so he can't hit us with the ignore defense ability on his A2. Again, we're going to go... This time there's no defense down, but we're just going to use his A2 again. And now we will try to steal these buffs, put some shields on our team. We kill Mountain King. That's what... the job is done once Mountain King is done. I'll go ahead and do a couple more here for you. But, yeah, man, I mean... I think Kael was the first champion guide I did here on the channel, so I thought it'd be fun today to kind of revisit and just explore Kael in better gear than I initially did a guide on him in. Let's see if I have another solid team here. I guess this team isn't bad. Let's see. Their power is a little bit low. I wanted it, okay, this team, well, they have an apothecary in there. Let me refresh one more time here. Well, this is a Tormund team. Maybe a little bit, nah, they have Akel in there, come on. All right, let's do one more. Here we go, here we go. This is a challenging team. Now we have to be very careful of we might lose this battle because they might go first of all. They have a better speed aura than we do. They have Rotos, who's a beast. We have nothing to combat the freeze of, as a matter of fact, I'm going to actually tempt fate here and take Ceres out. And instead, I want to put in a champion who... I'm going to put in Umbral Enchantress. Because I have an immune set on her. So she will not be frozen. And she'll take the heat off of my Kael so he can actually put out his damage. I could also put out a... put Maneater in there. I feel like I just need a little bit more defensive viability. Either that or a Dark Elaine or a Foley. But I think I do want to go with Umbral here, just because of that immunity gear primarily. And I must be looking all over all over the... Oh, there she is. Okay, so here we go. I feel all right about this one. Let's see how we do. So if we go first, that's a good start, and we do, by quite a wide margin. Nobody's frozen there either. Umbral is never going to get frozen, as I told you guys. Because, or the first 2 rounds at least, because she is in immunity gear. So let's put everybody to sleep to start with here. And then let's just go ahead and use the Undying Evil ability of Umbral right here. So we land the 4 provokes, that's exactly what we wanted. And let's see if Kael, he does not get frozen, that's beautiful. The only thing here is we don't have that defense down. Now I could go with the A3 and have a better shot at potentially killing Rotos, but he just doesn't hit that hard, I don't think. So I don't think I'm going to kill him either way. So now we need to... Okay, so Kael goes. Rotos on a tear here. And... let's see. Okay. So Kael's down. They've got the Veil on. We want to go ahead and get a... They have a perfect Veil and a block debuffs on, so we're not even going to be able to land a provoke anyway, so it's just about doing a little bit of damage here. I'm going to go for I can't even get... He has a Veil, Ash. You can't go for Rotos when he has a Veil. Alright, so now... So on the A1 of Umbral, her damage increases as current HP decreases. I'm not sure it's going to be enough to kill. No, it's not. We need to kill Duchess before she can pick up... Lord Shazar, so let's see what we can do here. Can you kill her? No! Oh, so close. If we didn't land that revival, I think we would have had a real shot here. We can strip off their debuffs at least. Okay, now we kill her. Okay, are we back in this? This is one of those battles, right, guys? One of those battles. I really don't care to wake up Rotos and let him go on a... But I'm up next with Kymar anyway. Ooh, should I tempt fate? Should I do it? Nah, I'm gonna play it safe. Go after Tormund here. He doesn't wake up anyway. I should have went for Rotos. He dies off the poison of Kymar. Umbral's gonna die right there. So now it's 2v2, 2v1. Seeker's not gonna have enough in him to take care of the entire team here. He's not gonna be able to, even if I do, yeah, he's not gonna be able to kill Tormund. Because Tormund is gonna keep having the revival, proc on him before Seeker has enough to take him down. And that Veil is really going to help out too. I can't target. You can see the Veil is on Shazar and I can't target him. He has the increased attack and the Veil. Okay, there we go. So he's down now. Okay, I was going to say with Duchess dead, I should be able to target him, right? So now it's going to be Seeker versus Tormund, and Tormund's going to win, I think. Let's see, this is a long battle, huh? Problem is we're going to kill him. That's fine. He's going to respawn full health and frozen. And that's where Seeker's just not going to put enough damage for him to be able to kill him twice. Let's see. Provoke landed. And we get to sleep. There we go. Okay, kill him once. Now here we go. Can we do it again? This is riveting for you guys, I'm sure. I'm sure you don't want to watch Seeker versus Tormund for 3 minutes, so I will fast forward to the end and let you guys know how we made out. Alright guys, we got the job done here. It took us forever, but we got the job done 4 minutes and a half later. Let's go ahead and do one more team. But that was a pretty tough team, though. Let's go ahead and do this team here with Arbiter, Tormund, Duchess, and Turvold and see how we do. I want to actually go with the same team and the same strategy. I think... Yeah, I think I'm going to... I'm just trying to think of anything else I can do here. I mean, I could go in with... Yeah, let's just try it. No. Yeah, let's try it. Not sure if I wanted to add somebody else in there as a fourth. So Kael got frozen. Not what we wanted. Let's go ahead and try to provoke Arbiter and put everybody to sleep here and let Kael cycle through to his next turn. So I can block buffs here if I wanted to. The problem is it will wake everybody up, but I can wake everybody up as is. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and skip this turn. I'm going to go after Arbiter, because she's the only one awake anyway. Skip Umbrella's turn to the next turn. Wait till they all get back awoken. I don't want to wake them up, right? So let's go ahead and land another provoke on Arbiter. We actually don't land it there. I guess we'll cycle through. I need Kael to wake up sometime today, right? Now I can place... I'm going to have to go for it here. I'm going to have to go for it. Here it goes. I can't wait any longer on you, Kael. Gonna go... So Kael's resist is just not high enough for this tournament, unfortunately. And a couple things we could do to fix that is put a resist banner on him. However, every time he gets a full turn meter, he's being froze right now. And that's going to be a huge challenge for us. Because he's going to be doing the brunt of our damage, right? Turvold, everybody right now, we're running out of time right now, as you guys can see. Is he going to go? Finally, we get to go with Kael. So here we go. 2 down. And we have one more turn of provoke on Duchess. We need to take Duchess down this round. Turn meter manipulation from the Evil Eye proc is really going to help us here. There we go, landing the provoke. Now we bought ourselves another turn, and we can put her to sleep. That's beautiful. Kael was just frozen the entire match. I want to go ahead and stay away from Duchess this time. Go after Torment instead. Now she's awake. We can go back after her with another provoke. Hopefully we can land this. We do. That's huge. Keep her from rezzing the dead here, because if Turvold and Arbiter get picked back up, we're done. Beautiful. This is going to be GG's, I think. Again, turn meter up. Ooh, he gets froze. So I think I spoke too soon there. Ooh, look at how close she is to dead. Oh, man. Oh, man, guys. Problem here is Arbiter can pick her back up now. And you can see they have continuous hails. I have 2 veils I'm dealing with. Luckily, I can strip it all away here. Luckily, Umbrel's still alive, too. That's actually going to be... Come on, land. There we go. All right, so Arbiter does pick her back up. Let's go with the... I'm 1 turn away from another Undying Evil. Let's just go with the AoE here. Block buffs. And then try to land a provoke on the only one that we can really target here. I don't care about Torment right now. Still has a whole nother full health meter in him. So Umbrel's going to die there. That's going to be unfortunate. Oh, if I had like 1 more HP off of that Duchess, it would have been GG's. But now everybody's going to die. Turvold's still alive. I just can't put out enough damage. Even if I could get through this team, I can't put out enough damage here. So really close. Oof. That was good, though. I'm surprised we came that close, honestly, just because of Kael being frozen, my only damage dealer being frozen for most of the match, right? But just the accuracy must be pretty high, and my resist can't just keep up with Tormund's accuracy on this team. So here, that's going to be an L. We'll go ahead and end this video there, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed a look at Kael here. He is a really solid champion. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do one more. I want to take this team down. I'm going to gem everything. I'm going to go ahead and take out Umbral and do it like this instead. Dark Elaine and Kael on the same team. This is solid. So anytime anybody gets frozen, Dark Elaine is going to go with her A3. That's why she's so good against Torment teams. Now we will have her her A2 rather, and here we go again with that. And here we go again with that. Look at how good Dark Elaine is. Are you kidding me? Okay. Now Problem is, Duchess is going to pick everybody back up again. This time we're a little bit better suited here, though, I feel like, than the first match. Just got to be careful here of Turvold mainly. He can be a absolutely force to be reckoned with. So now both the revives are done. Ah! Kael goes down. It's okay. We still have Dark Elaine, though. It's okay because we have the strip the buffs from Kymar. And here comes Dark Elaine just carrying the team at this point, right? Every single time someone gets frozen, I'm countering with this A2 here. Place a 50% increased attack and then attacks all enemies afterwards. So again, boom. Now Duchess is down. Now, there we go. Well, this is not meant to be a Dark Elaine feature, but you guys can see just how valuable she is. Now we're going to call it a video now that we took this team down. I hope this showed you that Kael definitely can be endgame viable. Is he OP? Is he top tier like a legendary, like a lot of legendary champions or some of the best epics? Of course not. But he is a character, a champion that you can invest in early, take you through the mid game, and then even into the end game, especially, again, in Dragon's Lair. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And as always, take care, guys.